this stage on fire. So we are getting
Yes.
our little countdown and letting all of the participants, the ones come in, the guests come into the room. I'm so happy that you're going to be kicking off today as well. So, without further ado, let me explain and introduce this beautiful woman to our left, to all of you who are in the room and will be watching a little bit later.
I
This
cannot
is,
hear you. Can you hear me?
yes, I can hear you.
Okay. Yeah, should be fine.
Can
I'm
you hear me
connected.
now?
Yes, I'm connected with a cable to internet, so it shouldn't be a problem at all.
Okay.
I
Let me
can
see.
hear you. I can hear you. Can you
Oh,
hear me?
okay. Yeah, I can hear you well. Very clear, loud and clear.
Awesome.
So
Awesome.
this is Dr. Carmen. Dr. Carmen has an MBA and she has been defined by her global fans and clients as the most influential butt kicking ever author, podcaster, global keynote speaker, and game changers. She is a self-marketing strategist. She is an amazing and successful mompreneur with a drive to make a global impact and help us leaders achieve the best we can. Today, she is going to be gracing the stage with us speaking on the topic Become Your Life's CEO, Self Marketing for Women. Dr. Carmen, take it away.
Thank you so much, Tina. Thank you so much. Fear. I'm completely scared right now. I'm scared to nailing this, but I'm also scared to screwing up. Why? Well, because fear means we are about to make a change. Fear can be ugly, you know? It looks like a Tyrannosaurus Rex trying to kick your ass or eat your ass off. It's uncomfortable, scary, and doesn't feel good at first. But I'm gonna tell you a secret, guys. The moment I decide to embrace fear as an opportunity, I learned that behind that ugly face is growth. And instead of hating fear for being ugly and uncomfortable, I decided I'm gonna make him my best friend. Since then, always that I'm afraid of something, it's like my compass, guys. It's like my North Star. I know exactly what I have to do next because it's usually the thing I'm most afraid of, naturally. And this is why, guys, I can just tell you, doesn't have to feel familiar. If you got a big goal, a big dream, an ambitious goal, you want to go for it, it's going to feel scary. It's going to feel unfamiliar, especially the steps you have to give till you go there. But this is why you have to be brave enough and embrace it as it is and still do it with fear. Thank you so much, Tina, for the nice introduction. I'm completely blessed and grateful. I'm about to launch my book on this topic to empower women worldwide to become their life CEOs. I'm going to tell you something, guys. A really quick question. Were you raised pink or blue? Because usually girls, at least in Spain, where I come from, are raised to become princesses. You know, you have to be a girl, little girl, well behaved, you have to look pretty. And well, you're lucky if you can hand down a man who has the money to maintain you. That's where the expectations that were putting on me when I was a girl. On the other side, boys are always encouraged to be loud, brave, superheroes, strong. They are not afraid of conflict, of fighting each other. This is why, guys, we have to be very conscious of the decisions we do daily. They are deeply influenced for the way we have been raised. That's the truth, even though it can be painful. But please put a mirror, so to say, in front of you and try to look at yourself and say, well, am I living after the beliefs, after the way I've been raised? or I'm living according to my own rules, to my own beliefs, to my own reality? And is that if you make this simple question, you can really fast realize that there are a lot of things that as women are bringing us down, are telling us to be quiet, to don't make noise, don't speak up, don't ask for help, don't ask for a raise, for a better job. Who do you think you are? Are you familiar with this internal conversation in your head? Because I am, very, very much. I'm gonna tell you a secret. I hear voices in my head. One voice is telling me always that I want to do something big, I want to dare out of my comfort zone. For example, giving today this keynote speech. I'm scared. And there is a voice telling me, who do you think you are? You are not important enough to tell anything to anybody. But there is another voice, thanks God, that tell me, Carmen, you got this. You are a badass. You are going to impress them. You got a lot to offer. And the question is, you always have both of them. The inner critic, which is telling you to behave, to be a good girl, to don't make noise. And the real you, which is telling you, dare to speak up. You have to contribute a lot to this society, to this community. You can do it. Even though it's not familiar, even though it's the first time, or even though it feels uncomfortable and scary. Well, welcome. It's your life. It's going to feel like this till you get used to it. Because that's it. That is the way to come forward, to make change, to decide your own destiny. Doesn't matter the cards you have been given by birth. That's the real secret, guys. I'm going to tell you a story of fear and of daring. Some years ago, it was clear to me that after my international PhD, I wanted to go abroad. I wanted to learn how people study and live abroad. I wanted to learn new languages. I wanted to open my mind. And I wanted to go into the industry here in Germany. And I didn't speak German at all. But I put my mind to it and I said, I can do this. Of course I can. And in 6 months, without having a clue about German, I went from 0 to C1, which means being fluent in that language. And I'm not smarter than you, and I'm not stronger than you. But I put my mind to it and I told myself, of course I can do it. If other people can, I can do it as well. And so I did. And I entered in the industry. And I started in sales as pharma representative in Germany. And I'm going to tell you something. The first interview I made in German was really, really bad because I was so nervous. It was the first time I was using this language in an official interview. You know what I mean? And I was so scared. I just greeted my interviewer like 5 or 6 times, like "Guten Morgen, Guten Morgen, Guten Morgen," which means good morning. But again and again and again because I was trembling. I was so nervous. And then the guy, it turned out it was a bit of an asshole, to be honest, and they made fun of me. I noticed they were in an open conference. It was a telephonic interview. They made an open conference, and I realized there were more people in that room, and they were making fun of me because I wasn't fluent in German, because I repeated that many times, "Good morning." And I didn't get the job. But you know what? That is the real key moment. When I hung off the phone, I told myself, well, this guy was a jerk because he was making fun of me because I knew in the language, right? But that doesn't mean I'm stupid. Not at all. It's just the other way around. I'm smart, I'm hardworking, and ambitious, and good knows where this jerk is going to be in 10 years. But I'm going to be probably being his boss because I can do this. And because this interview is not the last, because this interview doesn't define me, because this jerk doesn't define what I can and cannot do. I do decide. If I want to get a job in the pharma industry, I'm going to get the job in the pharma industry speaking German, because next interview, I'm going to rock it. I'm going to prepare myself better. I'm going to learn from the mistakes of this interview. I'm going to prepare with peers. I'm going to coach myself. I'm going to look for mentors to be super ready for the interview and the content and also in the form and also my mindset. I'm going to dress up. I'm going to do it better next time and I'm getting a job. And I did, guys. You always have the choice to be the victim of your circumstance, or to be the CEO and say, well, this is an opportunity to learn. So let's take it, let's embrace it, and don't make a drama out of it. And I say it very consciously. I come from Spain and I'm very emotional myself. You can see me crying whenever something happens, but that's okay. I'm also badass and I'm also brave, and you can be it too. Remember, no one in this planet is going to give you any raise, any promotion, any chance, any business cooperation, any client. You are the one allowing yourself first to get it in your mind. And I'm completely serious about this, guys. The real moment is not when someone tells you you can do something. The real moment, the decisive moment, would change my life forever is when I realize, no, my birth cards are not who I am. I know I'm worthy for a better life. I know I'm smart and I can study. I know I'm brave and I can work for myself to be independent from a man. I know I can earn my own money. I know I can go abroad even though I didn't have the speaking skills of rich kids. I didn't have that preparation. I just went abroad when an Erasmus fellowship for 3 months. And I'm here in Germany already 10 years because I got so many possibilities, guys. So this is why you decide, not the world around you, not your parents, not your partner, not your husband, not your kids, not your boss or your co-workers, not your family or political family. You decide what is going to be your destiny. You decide what you use your time for. You decide what is a priority. You decide the kind of people surrounding you. You decide how do you want to spend your energy. And this is, guys, a decision you take day by day, hour by hour, second by second. And now we are at the end of the year. And this is awesome and a really, really useful exercise to make a review and say, was this year, did I have accomplished this year what I really wanted to achieve? What is your most important project? This thing you got in your gut burning inside that is telling you you have to do that. That is your mission. That is your goal. It comes from you. No one have to tell you because you know it's yours. How many times, be honest please, has you been investing this year in your most important project? I'm myself doing this review. And this is very key for us all as women because I don't know if you guys, but I'm used to be like struggling left and right. I got two small kids, super cute and super terrorist that are taking my attention. I got a husband, which I love, which also needs attention. I got a home, I got a career, I'm finishing my book, I'm about to launch my podcast, I'm about to start my mentoring program, my global mentoring program in January, and I feel like pulled in so many different directions. But what is important at the end of the day? That is my responsibility to make things work. Nobody is going to publish my book for me. No one is going to send the draft to the editor. No one is going to mentor the awesome, top notch women that are joining my mentoring program in January. Me. So I have to make the time for the things which are really important to me: my business, my mental health, my family. And this, guys, is so freeing. And at the same time, it's a bit tough. But I'm asking you to take responsibility for the results in your life, not for the circumstances. It is a huge difference between the circumstances we got. For example, I was born in Spain and I didn't feel especially supported by my family or by the society or by education system I got. But what did I do with that? The best I could. I was laser focused that I wanted to make career, that I wanted to study, that I wanted to go abroad, and I made my circumstances adapt to my goal. Not the other way around. Please don't fall in the trap or bringing your dreams down so they fit in your current circumstances. Never ever the other way around, please. Adapt what you have, do what you can, and then you will be on your way to achieve unbelievable things as I have done. I'm gonna tell you something really personal. 5.5 years ago, I got pregnant of my first baby, my daughter Victoria. And I was during years looking for a master in business administration program because I wanted to open my mind how the economy works. I wanted to gain an awesome global network, of awesome people from all ways of life, or all the countries, very smart people to learn from them. I didn't have the money for an MBA that cost at that time, I think it was like 40,000 euros just in matriculation, plus international travel, plus a lot of time. And my employee at that time didn't support me. But I thought, wow, when I saw the pregnancy test that I was pregnant, I was like, okay, now I'm doing it. Now I'm taking the decision because things aren't going to get any simpler, any easier. And I'm going to do it for myself in the first place. And I'm going to do it for my daughter in the second place to show her that we can do anything we put our minds to. In Spain, it has been very, very normal to say, well, you have to choose. Either you want a family or you want a career. Well, I'll tell you what, this is a rule. What Vincent Lakiani will say, a bullshit rule, because I want it all. I want to have a family. I want to have an awesome career. This is why I got my MBA, Master in Business Administration, and I want a lot of cash. And I want to realize my mission, which is bringing women forward to become their own life CEOs. When I took the decision, I applied to the MBA program and I got inside and I got a fellowship. And all the money I earned in the pharma industry, I put into the MBA. And guess what, guys? I managed to pay. I managed to do the degree without a debt, and here I am. Because you don't have to worry so much about the how, but just worry about the next step, small, doable, immediate next step that you have to do in order to get your goals. And let me close with this. The first time I attended the MBA class of my group, they were already inside attending the class. I didn't even know my mates yet of the MBA. And the MBA is like really important, like first impressions, because you are getting to know your colleagues for 3 years, and those are the people who eventually can help you afterwards, in your career. And I was with my 2 weeks old baby, Victoria, here in my left arm. In my right arm, I had my Mac computer, and with my elbow, I was pushing the Kinderwagen, the baggie, into the MBA class. And I was waiting at the other side of the door before opening that door because I was scared to death to give a bad impression. I thought, oh my God, what are gonna think these people who doesn't know me yet? They're gonna think I'm not professional because I'm bringing a baby, a 2 weeks old baby into my MBA class. They're gonna think I'm crazy. They're gonna think, and I was beating myself up. It was the hardest 60 seconds of my life behind that door without daring to open the door, because I was afraid of judgment. I was afraid I didn't belong there. Again, the critic voice in my head was telling me, who do you think you are? Going to an MBA that you cannot afford with a baby? You don't belong here. Here are the smartest, most brilliant people in the world, getting even bigger. What are you doing here? And then I decided to listen to the CEO I got inside. And you know what he said? You can do this. Yeah, it's true. You don't have like a role model to follow the steps, but you know what? You will figure it out exactly as you have figured it out till now, and you will find your own path. So move your ass, open the door, and just let it happen. And so I did. I'm so grateful I listened to you because I dared to open the door. I went with my baby, with my Mac, with the baggie, and you know what? A miracle happened. All the people in the class, the professor, everyone turned around to look at me and say, what? You are making the MBA with us with a baby just born, and you are here with us. You're a rock star. How can we help you? I want to be like you. And many women of the MBA, even though we were few less as the men, they decided also to get pregnant in the next 2 years. And they told me, Carmen, you inspire me. You show me that it's possible. You show me that the limitation we got in our mind are just that, ideas in our mind, limitation of our own mind, that if you just dare to do it, you make it real. So let's all stand up, stretch your arms, make yourself bigger, take a space in the room, move your hips, breathe, take in all the energy of the universe, which already belongs to you, and repeat with me: I can. I want to do it. I'm doing it because I'm the CEO of my life. Thank you so much. I will be honored to hear your questions. And also, I'm going to put my email here in the chat because I would love for you to join my launch team if you like, or to apply to my mentoring program. Thank you so much.
Hello, everyone. I'm having a little tech issue with my camera, but you can hear me, so I'm gonna go ahead and
Yes.
speak right now. Dr. Carmen, thank you so much. Right now, we're gonna see, do we have any questions from the audience? Here's my amazing co-host Melinda. Do we have any questions from the audience?
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, Carmen, to encourage women to feel strong by telling them that they can do everything that they want to do. Thank you so much for the wonderful session. And here is the question from our audience. And the first
Yes.
question is, yeah, what inspired you to write this book, Become Your Life CEO?
Thank you. That's an awesome question. My daughter, my daughter inspired me to write this book because one day I was commuting to work, in the high road, and I was about to crash. It was like 2 milliseconds before a car, crashed into me. I was so tired that I guess, thanks God, I could react very fast, and then I moved the wheel, and I saved myself. But this moment I thought, oh my God, any day I can die in the high road. It's just like this because I'm commuting 3 hours a day, and there are a lot of accidents out there. So why not me? It could happen to me anytime. And I thought, I have to give my daughter my lessons learned, because if something I've learned a lot, and really the secret of creating your own destiny. And my daughter, my 5-year-old daughter, she has to know that before I'm gone. And then I started in April, to writing a letter to her, dear Vicky, what I learned from life is this, and this, telling her all the truth, all what I learned. And then the people, my clients, the people in my keynote speaking commitments, they told me, oh, but when is gonna be your book done? I said, wait a second. I was thinking in writing just a letter for my daughter, but at the end of the day, all the daughters of the world are my daughters because we are a sisterhood. For me, any girl in the world is my daughter. Any woman in the world is my sister. Any mother, any wife, any baby girl, even in the womb, we are all sisters. So my knowledge should be out there, not just for my daughter, but for all the girls and women in the world, because we all deserve it. This is
Such
why.
a yeah, excellent answer by you, Carmen. And here is another question by our audience. How do you handle multitasking with all these and other podcaster?
Yes, that is a really good question. You know, multitasking, I think, is a myth. To be honest, what has me brought forward the most is when I really focus on doing one thing. And I know it's difficult, especially nowadays with social media and all the distractions. But what I do is I wake up really early in the morning. I wake up at 4 in the morning and I work my first 2 hours to my book because this is my most important project. And in that time, I don't open my phone, I don't open my emails, I don't listen to anyone. I'm just with my thoughts working in my most important project. And for me, multitasking is really a myth, because if you're trying to do, I've been there, yeah? If you're trying to do like several things at the same time, taking care of your kid and sending an email and writing a paragraph, and most probably you will have to do it twice or 3 times or 4 times because you will do something wrong and you lose your the concentration, and you have, and at the end of the day it's most weight of time. So my advice to you will be, don't multitask. Try to do one thing at a time. And if you cannot, for example, open your emails because your kids are running around, then use the time to play with them, to have fun, to dance, to move yourself, you know and then when they are in bed, then use the time to concentrate in whatever is important to you. But try to be present in what you're doing and be there like 100%. This is what I will tell you.
Thank you so much for the wonderful session about the women empowerment, Carmen. And before closing this session, I want to tell you, you're looking so beautiful today.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yes,
have a great day.
yes, you are. Thank you, Melinda. Okay, just like we did all yesterday, but we have some new people in, so I want to help you guys understand how you can maneuver in this virtual amazing event. Dr. Carmen, thank you so much for sharing with us how we can become, if we haven't already, the CEO of our life, how we have to drop that fear, how we have to stop those self-limiting beliefs. And if we want that MBA, scrap that baby on our hip and go in that class
Exactly.
with our chest strong, all right?
Exactly. Embrace fear because you can do it with them anyway.
Yes, yes. And so I want to tell you guys one more thing before we hop off and go to the next room to hear our next speaker. This is an international interactive event. So you're just not here just to sit and listen and take notes, which is amazing. However, you can engage with the speakers in the chat to the right. You can ask your questions. You can also go to the exhibit booth because our keynote speaker has an exhibit booth that I want you to go visit, Dr. Carmen, where you can get a more intimate conversation with her about the services that she offers. And we also have some other amazing keynotes that was here and some that's going to be here today. So we encourage you to go to the exhibit booth to check them out and opt in to the amazing things that they have over there. We also have a reception area where you can see some walkthrough videos if you're having a little difficulty maneuvering in this software. It'll give you some helpful videos, and you can go click the schedule as well to see all of our itinerary for today and the title of each person's featured speaker. So the fun thing is about this event is that you get rewarded for your activity. How? Look down to the bottom left of the screen where you see the trophy in purple. Guess what? That this software actually measure your engagement. So every time you give a comment, emoji, it rewards you for activity. And it's just some friendly little competition to have some fun, to keep it exciting. And at the end of the event, we're going to figure out who got number 1, 2, or 3. Isn't it fun? Okay, so right now we're going to hop off and go to our next section. And I am going to introduce our amazing speaker. I'll see you in the next room. Click the arrow. I'll see you there.